But, but I thought I'll come in the morning and see how it feels, right? So today is 25th of January 2025. It's early in the morning. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. And I came on because I fell off the wagon. I have been inconsistent in terms of normally I can take one day off, take a break for one day. But yesterday night, I had taken a day before, and yesterday night I was still not up to it because I was heavy-hearted, right? Morning, I was heavy-hearted. I didn't know how to come and express myself here because if I came on, I would pour that on you guys, and I didn't know if I wanted to do that or if that was even acceptable. But what I figured out was that it's a journey, and sometimes the journey is not palatable. Some parts of the journey are not, hey, hi, that kind of thing. They're not the high notes. Some are low notes. That's why they're high notes, right? So I came to, yes, I am better. Thank you for asking. I came to just share what's been going on so that tonight I'll then share what's been going on about, today. Okay, so today, this session is for the last 2 days. And this is me being accountable, full stop. Okay, so I had to make notes so that I don't forget, okay, to fill you in. So the last few days, 2 days ago, I was at work, and I had such a busy day because I had like planning sessions with, like I had a meeting with the lawyer, and those meetings usually take multiple hours. We had gone to the site, we had gone to the office, we talked about the meeting, the board meeting to come, talked about a lot of things, right? Good morning. Good morning. And we just talked about everything. And then what happened? I think during that meeting, someone came to knock on my door. Oh, there's someone to see you. She said that you'll be pleasantly surprised when you come out. And I'm like, who? Apparently, be careful what you do in this life, because people are watching. And it's not just because people are watching, it's because you have to give account. And you can't be careless with your life. You can't be careless with your speech. You can't be careless with, because you know how the internet never forgets? It never. So apparently it's one of my classmates from secondary school. And she's been quietly noticing that I'm doing bedrock, I'm doing chocos, I'm doing. She knew about Sycamore, but in the sense of bedrock, I don't think we've ever had a conversation. And we've met once or twice, maybe three times during our adulthood. And she came. She came to bedrock to lodge. When I saw the invoice, I was like, no, it has to be someone else, because to be fair, I've been baited like that before. One of my colleagues one of my colleagues bears a full-on name that I know of somebody else. So I was like, maybe it's the same thing that's happening here. Do you get what I mean? And it was her. It was her at the door. I was so impressed. I was so happy. In that moment, I felt so blessed, because I'm like, you took note of what I do, and then you came. And there's some people that when they want to come, they'll come with, oh, hey, Winnie, I'm coming to your place. I'm coming to lodge. You have to come and welcome me at the door. Hey, what discounts can I get? None of that. She paid her full thing, came, no drama. I was so grateful for her. Today, that's one of the people I'm grateful for. I don't say her name. I don't know if it's privacy issues. Yes, it's privacy issues. I won't say her name. But I'm grateful for her because just showing up, supporting the business, not being dramatic. I'm grateful for you, girl. Then after that, I then went out to dinner with another girl, a friend of mine. Hi. Good morning. I went out to dinner with another friend of mine, This one, I met her. She's a new friend, you know, old friends, new friends. So I've spoken about an old friend. This one's a new friend. Good morning. And this one, I met her maybe 2-3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago now, because I met her in 2 years ago. I met her on a trip. I went to Vietnam to just see what was going on there. And she was on the same trip. So we, you know, caught, oh, hey, how are you? Da, 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 da. We're roommates. And on Sunday last week, exactly a week ago, I saw a message from her and I'm like, okay. Like, oh, hi, you've been on my mind. Do you want to hang out? Let's catch up. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm happy to do this. Like, thank you for reaching out, you know, because in those moments, you don't know what is happening with the person and you don't know what they've seen in like their mind that they're checking in on you, right? Hey, you know what? I'm happy to do this. Where are we doing it? When are we doing it? Da da da. So I give her options for restaurants and we meet up, you know, and Friday nights. 3 hours plus went by like a blur. We were just talking and catching up and talking about work, talking about relationships, man. Talked about everything. Like, it was just like, yo, like, why haven't we done this earlier? Do you get? So it was, I felt like that in that exact moment, I needed that. I needed that sort of unburdening, you know. It was, you know, sometimes you feel like, oh, you have to just talk to a few friends that are close to your heart. And sometimes you have new people in your life that God has brought in because of a certain experience that you have, that, you know, they will be able to have the capacity to help you with. So that was her in that moment. That was, I think I can say her name. I don't know. Anyways, that was her in that moment. She encouraged me about the gym because she's become a huge gym rat. And I, oh my God, 24 hours live stream. I don't know about that, but I'll answer that later. What else? We talked about, oh, why am I not on Insta? Why am I not posting as much on Insta? Because she, every single day, what she's doing, da da da. And in that moment, when I was answering the question, I was hearing myself, and the answer I gave spoke of me feeling highly judged about what I do and how I post and what I would post. And the difference is her page is private and mine was public for the longest time. And public because I was like, oh, you know what? Because of work, because of the business I do or the businesses I am involved in, I want to be public so that people can see, they can, you know, I can post on my stories about my work, da da da, they can see, they can. And then I lost the plot because it's social. And if it's social, it's meant to be fun. That's how I think. Oh, some people curate their own IG for like work and professionalism. And in my head, I'm just like, this thing has lost the plot because all this curation shouldn't have been. You can manage your privacy in a way that you are, you know, keeping your very valid information off the internet, but still putting out the social part of you. And I, you know, I explained to her that, look, I feel like I don't think I'm ready to put myself out there like that because I feel like that will be a lot of information. Even the curated one will be a lot of information, and I feel like I'll be highly judged. I used those words. And when I finished saying that, I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, this is meant to be for me. In fact, at some point, I had two private two Instagrams. One was private, like nobody knew about that one. I was just putting crazy stuff on it. And then I was like, why am I posting in two different places? What am I doing this for? So I closed that one. And I was like, you know, I'll just keep my stuff to myself. But really, if you leave me, the kind of things I want to post on Instagram or wherever or put out there are just fun things. Just because the truth is, everybody has their difficult moments that they go through. Everybody has their times where they're crying, or where work is overwhelming, or where your private life is, getting to you, but they don't post it out. I think that because they don't post it out, the happy part is what has lost the plot now, because everybody's just curating a pretentious life. But if we go back to the plot, or well, if I go back to the plot for being on social media, is to remember the good memories, even when there are bad things that have happened, or not so great things happening. I'm now like looking at these things and I'm like, yes, I can get through this. If there was this part, there'll be a dip and there'll be another mountain high, so that's, I don't know why I went into all of that, but anyways, that's part of the conversations that we had. And yeah, so what am I grateful for today, outside of these girls that have shown up for me and just be my G's? I'm grateful that, the last video I did, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I was not coherent, which is why a part of me stayed back for the last 2 days, because I was like, I don't want to come on here again and not be coherent. So I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful that there are peaks and valleys. I'm grateful that in each of these situations, that I'm sure that God is there. I'm sure that God is writing the story. I'm sure that it will not end in bad news. Even when I feel like I'm overwhelmed with the situation, it will not end in bad news. I'm grateful that I get to experience pressure at work, because that's a privilege. I'm grateful that I get to experience things that make the story even sweeter. I'm grateful that I get to experience situations where I then create something great out of, or something great comes out of it, because if you don't go through down, you can't go to up, right? So today is up and down, basically. So yes, I thought I'll come and put that up here, and carry you guys along, because that's what I promised to do. So this particular recording is for the last 2 days. I'll be back this evening and I'll tell you all about it. I'm off to church. Church starts in about 2 hours. And keeping up with Onyeko. Oh my God. I don't know about that. Anyways, I would thank you for joining from South Africa. Yes, I do. Yes. Hallelujah. Happy Sunday to you, Anele. Thank you so much for encouraging me. So I'm gonna go off now. I'm going to church. Church is at 8:30, and then I'll be back in the night to tell you all about the day. And I'll make sure that I do something interesting for me, or to share with you. Well, yeah, I'll try. Okay, just to wrap this up, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys in the evening. Have a wonderful